Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. Steve here. As you can tell if you're watching this, you might not be able if you're listening to this, I am recording from my house today because me mentioned this yesterday on the Transfer podcast. Actually, we had a little chat between me, Dan and Chloe. We were saying like some of the random places where we've announced Liverpool signings or Liverpool breaking news and stuff. And we talked about when Paul broke the Fabinho news from the car park of a caravan site, or when I broke the Endo news like late in the night from my kitchen. Well, today I'm here to talk about Anthony Gordon and Liverpool's interest in the Newcastle and England winger. And as luck would have it, this news broke on a Saturday morning when nobody's at the studio, no one's at the office. So I thought it was apt for me to jump on and just have a little word about it to let you guys know our thoughts and also give you guys a chance to respond as well. So do use the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube to let us know your thoughts on the whole story. Again, if you're listening to this, please do get in touch on social media, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're the Redmen TV on all of them. We'd love to know your thoughts. There'll be posts all over there where I'm sure you can reply to us and give us your opinions on this story. So let's get all the ducks in a row then. So according to a report from Craig Hope and Simon Jones of the Daily Mail, now Craig Hope is on the Newcastle beat. He's very, very reliable when it comes to Newcastle news. He says Newcastle were ready to sell Anthony Gordon to Liverpool this week as they strive to comply with the financial rules, but talks over that initial move have now broken down. He says Liverpool admired the England winger and a proposed deal, which was said to include Jarell Quansah going in the opposite direction, wasn't right for Liverpool because he didn't want to lose Jarell Quansah. We'll touch upon that in a moment as well. Liverpool may have proceeded with the package, had the package been different, but they did not make an official offer after discussions with Newcastle. But there is a chance that talks could be revived over the weekend. So Liverpool's interest in Anthony Gordon, the rumours towards the end of May, really mid-end of May, but I'll be honest, I personally kind of just dismissed them. I just didn't see a world where Newcastle would be willing to let him go. Although they have the PSR issues, of course, and the deadline for that is like over the weekend. I think they've got to like a couple of days now to comply. So this is a fluid story. Anything might happen. Well, I would say let's start with the Jarell Quansah part of this. Absolutely the right decision for Liverpool not to include Jarell Quansah in any part of any deal for any players at this moment in time. Centre-back is an area where Liverpool probably need to be looking to strengthen, not weaken, especially for a wide forward. And I like Anthony Gordon, think he's a good player, but needs must. Liverpool have got wide forwards. Liverpool have got plenty of left-sided forwards, which is I know Anthony Gordon can play either side. He can play up front as well. I understand that, but Liverpool have got quite a lot of talent in there. They're lacking a centre half. They probably need to sign another one. Never mind lose one. So I understand why that wasn't a goer. I don't know if that was Newcastle who proposed that or Liverpool did and changed their mind. Don't know at this time, but that's absolutely the right decision. In terms of Anthony Gordon himself, then we all know he's a boiled Liverpool fan. I know he come up, having been released from Liverpool, he grew up through the Everton system, and he's done well. He scored goals against Liverpool. He's given us a little bit of stick at times. We haven't done so, but he's come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he? He broke onto the scene at Goodison. Since then, he did well at Everton, made a big money move to Newcastle, some eyebrows raised, but he's done well at Newcastle again. He's part of the England setup now, of course, away at the Euros. Last time we saw him, he had a big cut on his chin and his hands after falling off his bike, but thankfully that hasn't scuppered any deals. There's a report in Craig's report. He spoke that there was potential for a medical to take place at RB Leipzig if Anthony Gordon could have got this all done. Obviously, mentioned he's away in Germany with the England camp, so Liverpool it looks like they had all the ducks in a row waiting for stuff to happen. At this time, nothing's happening. The deals broke down, but it appears like that the talks might continue over the weekend. Newcastle do have to comply with PSR. They've already lined up Anthony Elanga from Nottingham Forest as a potential replacement as well. And I could see why they would do that. He's, similar attributes, not as good, of course, but he's got the pace, he's got that direct running ability that Anthony Gordon's got. So it feels like this one probably was closer than we all thought. Because like I say, when I first heard of Liverpool's reported rumoured interest in Anthony Gordon, I kind of dismissed it. I didn't think it was right. I just didn't see how it would happen. But it looks like talks got pretty far down the road before this roadblock. So I think we can clarify now. Liverpool were definitely interested in Anthony Gordon, bringing him back. He's a Liverpool fan, bringing him back to his boyhood club, bringing him back to his boyhood city. The report from Craig and Simon goes on to say, Anthony Gordon's happy at Newcastle, but he was very much aware of the talks between Liverpool and Newcastle, so he was being kept in the loop the whole time. Obviously, I'm guessing Newcastle wouldn't want to lose him. My interesting thought on this one was, I don't know how far away Newcastle are from PSR, so you'll have to excuse my ignorance for that one. I don't know. I'd half be tempted to lose the 3 to 5 points than sell Anthony if I was Newcastle. So take the hit and just keep Anthony Gordon, but obviously that they might be miles away and it might be a massive point to look. I don't know what the exact situation there is with them, but it appears, like I say, the talks got pretty far until we hit this roadblock. It's worth clarifying. I think that's the right decision not to let Jarell Quansah leave. He shouldn't be part of any deal. What would this mean for Liverpool going forwards? I mean, I believe they need another forward anyway. I think they need 6 going into next season. 6 senior forwards who are actual forwards and not young lads or, the likes of Harvey Elliott and Szoboszlai playing out of position on the right. I believe, given that with the standards that Liverpool set last season and where they want to go under Arne Slot, added to the fact that they can't rest and rotate in Europe next season, really, that was possible with Europa League. That's not possible with Champions League and an extended Champions League at that. So in Salah, in Jota, Diaz, Nunes and Gakpo, there's 5. I think they need another one. I think they would need 6. I've been saying for a while on various shows, I wouldn't be completely surprised if Luis Diaz leaves. And again, that opens up a slot, but I wouldn't even know the types of fee that Liverpool would want to have would need to pay for Anthony Gordon. What would they be willing to pay for Anthony Gordon? 60 to 80 million pounds. Maybe I think he's probably Newcastle pay 45. So I mean, Jack Grealish went for 100 million. Would Newcastle be within the rights to ask for that? Maybe, I don't know. Perhaps that's why Liverpool would maybe thinking of adding players or something to it. It's a difficult one. I can't quite get my head around what the fee would be. Again, going back to what Craig says, and it's an interesting line. He said PSG are interested in the player as well, so Liverpool obviously aren't just going to get a free run at him. But he does say there's a chance that talks could be revived over the weekend. We've seen Newcastle, Alex Isaac's been linked with Chelsea. They must be in dire straits when it comes to PSR. It is odd, isn't it? Like, one of the richest clubs in the world, they're still going down this route. Maybe, I don't know. That's what PSR is for, really. There's only a certain amount of limit that you're allowed to spend each and every year over the period, and it looks like Newcastle maxed that out, really, partly because they spent a lot of money on someone like Anthony Gordon, I guess, but all the other signings they've made as well. But yeah, where this one's going to go, I don't know. Like I say, we'll keep an eye on it. If anything else breaks, I'm trying to think. If anything else breaks, what we can do. Listen, but I'm at home and we're all around. But I'm sure somebody on the channel, whether it's me or somebody else, will get in touch with you guys and we'll do all those reactions. But in the meantime, please let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'd love to hear it. Would you like Liverpool sign Anthony Gordon? What's he worth? Do you think it was the right move to keep Jarell Quansah at the club? Apparently, there's more reports coming out from the Liverpool side now. I'm just reading this, just as I want to finish, rather, from the guys over at This Is Anfield. According to a report from David Lynch, he says Liverpool rejected the opportunity to sign Newcastle winger Anthony Gordon because they wanted Jarell Quansah involved. It says Newcastle floated the idea of Liverpool signing Gordon in order to release their concerns, but Liverpool are long-term admirers of the winger. They didn't make an offer. And because of Newcastle's attempts to include Jarell Quansah in a deal, it was considered a non-starter. So the Liverpool angle on this, of course, is that Newcastle had chats, but they wanted Quansah. Liverpool said no. So yeah, all different ways about it. But Liverpool, it appears, did hold talks with Newcastle over the player. Whether this gets revived or not, then we'll find out near the time. But as it stands, no deal in place just yet. But maybe, like Craig says, Craig Hope says, talks might continue over the weekend, so we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Apologies if it was a bit rambly. I'm reacting to news as it happens here, so that's kind of the world we're living in. But like I say, use the comment section, use the social media, use all that kind of stuff, and we'll be back with any more updates on this story if they come. See you all soon.